What the bees taught me about starting over. Most people want to know if it's too late to start something new. I want to tell you what 60 beehives taught me about that question. Because I've been doing this long enough to know the answer isn't what most people expect. I've kept bees for 15 going on 16 years. 60 hives out behind my property in Springfield. I just finished pulling this year's honey, frames after frames of it, built up over a long season by thousands of bees doing invisible work every single day. And every year, without fail, somebody asks me, how do you know when the hive is doing well? Because from the outside, you can't always tell. You look at it, and it just looks like a box. Nothing seems to be happening. I've thought about that question a lot. And the honest answer is, you don't always know from the outside. You have to trust the process that's going on inside. That's been one of the harder lessons of my life, and it applies to a lot more than beekeeping. Here's what 15 going on 16 years of bees actually taught me. First, the work happens before the harvest is visible. When I put those hives to bed in the fall, nothing looks like it's happening. All winter long, quiet. No activity you can see from the outside, but inside the hive, the bees are clustering, keeping each other warm, doing what they do. But when spring comes, the hive explodes. Not because something new started, because what was happening all winter finally became visible. I started something completely new at 77 years old. Instagram, AI, digital marketing. Things I never touched in my life. And for weeks, nothing seemed to be happening. A handful of views, a few followers, no real sign it was going anywhere. But the work was going on inside. The algorithm was learning. My voice was finding itself. Something was building that I couldn't see yet. 7 months later, over 500,000 views on one post, 8,000 followers, something that actually worked. The harvest didn't start when it became visible. It started in the quiet. Second, you can't rush a hive. I learned this the hard way early on. You can want the honey sooner. You can check on the hive more often. You can do all kinds of things to try to speed it up. But the bees don't care what you want. They work on their own schedule, in their own time, at the pace that produces something real. The people I see give up on building something online. Most of them quit somewhere between the planting and the harvest. They wanted the honey before the season was done. Consistency over time is the whole game, not talent, not even strategy, just showing up day after day in a quiet season before anything is visible. And third, every hive is different. I've got 60 hives, or about that. Every single one of them behaves differently. Same conditions, same field, same beekeeper, completely different productivity. Some hives outperform what I expect. Some underperform. You can't compare your hive to somebody else's and draw meaningful conclusions. What matters is whether your hive is doing what it's capable of doing. The comparison trap is one of the most discouraging things I see in people who are trying to build something new. They look at someone who started earlier, or had more resources, or got lucky with a viral moment, and they measure their season against someone else's harvest. That's not a fair comparison. And I'll take the wind, it'll take the wind right out of you. Somewhere in Ecclesiastes, Solomon says there's a time and a season for everything under the sun. He wasn't being philosophical, he's been practical. Seasons are real. They have their own schedule. You can work with them or fight them, but you can't change them. I'm 77 years old. I've lived through enough seasons now to know the ones I fought were exhausting. The ones I worked with produced something. Whatever season you're in right now, trust it. The harvest comes, it always comes. If you're in a quiet season right now, where you're doing the work and nothing seems to be happening yet, I want you to hear this from somebody who's been there. Keep going. The work is doing something you can't see yet. The hive is busy inside even when it looks quiet from the outside. If you want to learn more about what I've been building and how a 77-year-old beekeeper from Arkansas is doing it, the link's in the description. Take a look when you're ready. I'll see you on Wednesday.